folks, Ariel over here. Well, that's Clay, not me, obviously, at Fineth with some more progress on building our chicken barn. So what he is doing is making some little blocks for me so that we can actually insulate that floor that you saw us flip over at the end of the last video. So, and then fill with insulation so that the floor joists are 6 inches deep, and with these 2-inch sheets of insulation, we are going to have an air space at the bottom for air to circulate and keep things dry, and then 4 inches of actual insulation. And here in a second you're going to see how that goes together. So he's very good at doing all the measuring and cutting, and once I'm given instructions and told what I need to do, I can spread all the little blocks down. Those are basically being little risers or feet to hold the other boards up, so there's an air gap on the bottom for air to circulate any moisture that does get down in the floor, because chickens pee and poop and stuff. It can get through there and on out the little drain holes, and that's what I'm making in this video, is some little holes where if there is any moisture in there, it can get out from under the insulation and drain away rather than sit in there. So while he got all the pieces cut and I got them all stuck in place, then the floor was insulated, and now we need to actually put the surface you're going to walk on. So I learned you have to use a special kind of wood glue anywhere you're going to touch insulation foam like that, otherwise some wood glues will dissolve it. So we're getting ready to put the first plywood sheet of flooring on here. You can see how little bits of the foam glue stick up through between. That's fine. When they dry, then you just shave them off with like a razor blade, and then it's all smooth, and it should make it very hard for any moisture to ever get down into the floor. just repeated the same thing until the entire floor was done. And then this is making sure that entire floor again is level and square and all of that before starting on building the walls up from this point. And then the walls start. So right there it looks like we're building a second floor again. So there's going to be a single shed roof, and this is going to be the big wall, the great wall that we're starting here, but we're building it flat on the floor, and then we'll stand it up. And I apologize for the camera angles. Clay has very, very limited time in his schedule when he can work on things like this, so I try to be sure I am not holding anything up, and sometimes that involves plopping a camera down hastily without checking to see if it's level before I run off to do things. Somewhere right in here, my camera battery died, so you see us start to lift the wall, and then I missed the rest of the lifting, and you see it once it's upright. And after that, we build the back wall, which is the short wall, again on the floor, laying it out there before standing it up. And this is going to allow the snow to all shed off the back, which will keep it out of the way of anywhere we need to walk or do things in the winter, so it can just slide off the back and be out of the way and never need shoveled or to have anything done with it all winter, which should be handy. as you probably guessed, we went to building the sidewalls. And that those were not able to sheet on the floor because they needed stood up before the sheeting overlapped on the sidewalls, but you could do the framing on the floor before standing it up. And the little hole that we are making there is for the front door. There's going to be a feed room as well as the chicken room, so that's why there's an interior wall there. And then the back wall, which also has a little hole framed out, that is actually for a muck out clean out door. In between, every time you see me carrying stuff around and setting it where it's going to go next, Clay is busy doing all of the measuring and cutting the right angles and making it all perfect. I'm just the runner and fetcher. And as you're going to be able to see here again, we're still using recycled wood when we have it. That's why some of it is different colors, and some new pieces when we didn't have enough. And then on down the road, a coat of paint is going to make it look all the same. But as it's going together here, you can see the difference. And if you're wondering about the different colors, that's why. Some of it's old and some of it's new. So come back next time and see the rest of the progress we've made. It's exciting to see it all going up. And I am so thankful to be able to hand things and do what I'm told and have somebody to work with who actually knows what they're doing, because I certainly don't for this kind of thing. Hello over here at Fineth. Thank you so much for watching these videos and spending some of your very valuable time choosing to do that. We hope you found something that was useful, educational, helpful, maybe save someone else some time and trouble, or just something just plain beautiful. If you don't want to miss any videos, subscribe and hit the bell. And thanks for coming along on our journey as we build a new little homestead with our tiny house and everything to come.